Namaste everybody. Our today's topic of discussion is on the reaction is the root cause of the disease. Before we begin, let us just begin with the prayer. Parabrahma arambham parashakti madhyamam asmadacharya paryantam vande guru paramparam. महर्षि कपिलाचार्यां कृतज्ञो मेदिनीपतिः त्रिपदस्त्रिदशाध्यक्षो महाशृङ्गकृतान्तकृतिम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्व आमयविनाशनाय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय Sri Mahavishnave Namaha. Welcome to all. So all the information I'll be providing here comes directly from the ancient knowledge given by our Maharshis. Especially here it is Maharshi Kapilacharya, the Sankhya system of education, and it divides this whole universe, everything into 5 patterns. So we understand that the universe is made up of the 5 elements, and so also our body is made up of these 5 elements. And so any imbalance in these elements causes the disease. But now here we are saying at physical level that the disease is because of the reaction. We'll see how it is. But basically we'll first understand how these elements have the expressions, like the nature of these elements. So it will be very easy for us to understand which element is playing within us, what is it doing actually. So space is the element which is like all encompassing. It is accommodating all of us. It has that unconditional love. And air is like always moving, drying, localizing. Wherever it finds space, it enters there, and it also cools. Fire is the element where there is lot of interaction of molecules happen. The chemical reactions within our body, the digestion, all that boiling happens with heat, and that is the fire element. It is also drying in nature. And water brings transformation. It keeps on changing. It is always connected to mind because our thoughts also keep changing. So it is also cooling in nature, brings taste to any food item because it has that rasa, right? Rasa tattva, the liquidity, which is the essence of any substance. And finally, earth element is very stable. We can feel it physically, very gross in nature. So coming to the reaction aspect, here it is the fire element that plays. So it reacts, right? We saw in fire element, the interaction, chemical reactions, heat, all these things happen. So mostly the reaction, the inflammation that we call nowadays in scientific language is because of aggravation of fire element. So we can see in the name itself, inflammation. Flame means fire, right? So even at emotional level, we react so much nowadays. Anything we dislike or we get so annoyed with others or the situation, why I am suffering like this, why I am only suffering like this, right? Why did he tell me like this? So many reactions, and then we again overreact. We express anger. We have so many other emotions, like we can't tolerate others. Growth also, we have jealousy, greediness. All these negative thoughts and emotions also bring the same reaction within us. So that's at emotional level. And also with all these chemical reactions happening within us, the acidity in the body increases. The digestive juices, hydrochloric acid, everything becomes acidic. The blood itself becomes acidic. And so the cells within our body undergo oxidative damage. So oxidation happens, and that leads to all kinds of ulcers, stomach ulcers, talking specifically about digestive system. We enter into all these issues of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, colitis, etc. So this, when it becomes chronic, we call it as autoimmune diseases. So basically what happens, our immune system overreacts and releases these inflammation causing factors. So that's how the reaction happens and we enter into problem. So what is basically inflammation? It is our own body's mechanism, defense mechanism against any foreign microbes, pathogens, or any foreign material like toxic material, so many chemicals that we are exposed to, or even if we get any injury in a place, there is this inflammation happening there. It's just the body's reaction to protect itself. So what are the causes of this inflammation? It can be many. Just like we'll see everything in 5 levels because it becomes very easy to understand and very simple. It becomes simple for us. So at body level, physical level, it is the earth element. Like all the processed foods cause this inflammation because all white sugar, they cause inflammation. Then we have food allergies, like for allergy for wheat, because of the gluten, dairy, the casein protein, and wrong food combinations. Also, when we consume food, it also leads to unwanted reactions within our body. Also, the dysbiosis, which is the imbalance in good bacteria and bad bacteria within us, also leads to inflammation. Then, our excess consumption of food, overeating, being greedy. If we like something, we keep on wanting it and consume it, even though we are not hungry. So, all that leads to the unwanted toxic products and the inflammation takes place. And at emotional level, the mind level, the second finger, which is the ring finger from the back, so it causes, like I just explained, various unwanted thoughts and emotions, negative emotions, and also stress that we undergo every day, whether it is work life or family life, we undergo a stress. It is also at physical level, so that leads to unwanted release of chemicals within us, and like the hormones, cortisol, and they build up this inflammation. So at fire level, fire element, exposure, lot of exposure to overheat like sunburn, consumption of alcohol, smoking, antibiotics, chemicals that we use daily in cleaning products, cosmetic products, usage of plastic, and also this gadgets, electronic gadgets, where all the time we are exposed to electromagnetic field, and also the physical injury also leads to this inflammation in the body. At the air element, the forefinger, it is the breathing that we are not doing nowadays. Very shallow we breathe. There is no deep breathing happening, and so our cells are not getting like antioxidants are not produced. There is free radical damage happening. Also, the environment itself is polluted, so we constantly breathe polluted air, we drink polluted water, the food itself has all the chemicals, so all that leads to the same, again we get into trouble. So many reasons for us to get into trouble. And finally, we don't even give time for ourselves and relax. We don't even sleep properly. Untimely sleep, untimely lifestyle we have. So all that leads to the imbalance in our system. We don't have that peace. We don't do any meditation techniques or yoga nidra kind of things which helps to relax our mind, because mind plays a major role in all our health issues. So solution is to avoid inflammatory causing condition, like consuming whole foods which are not processed, rich in fiber, herbs like turmeric, ginger, which are anti-inflammatory, we should consume them. Seeds and nuts, which are high in omega-3 fatty acids. Foods rich in polyphenols. And fermented foods also help to balance our gut bacteria, and then we can come out of this situation of inflammatory condition. So avoiding all the processed foods. Then we saw, like the last session, cleansing is required. In the water element, we cleanse using consuming water therapy, also using castor oil, taking triphala, and also living stress-free life, right? Have good family relationships with friends and family members. Be happy all the time. Do oil massages, exercise, yoga, walking. So physical exercise also helps in good lymphatic circulation and also reduce the inflammation. Exposure to sun, which brings us the vitamin D, which helps again to combat all the inflammation in the body. Then breathing exercises helps again to improve the lymphatic circulation. Then it also relaxes our mind. Very important, because breath and mind is very much connected. And finally, we need that relaxation at mental level. Having sound sleep, sufficient sleep, relax, and meditation techniques are very much needed. So one of the practical solution that we implemented, there was inflammation in the finger of my mother, which had become red and there was pus formed. And also one of my aunt, she had banged her finger and had a big cut. So we just using these herbs, we made a medicated oil. We can just see how it is. Namaste friends. Today I'll share with you all very simple way to heal any infections or inflammations in our body. When we get hurt, or if our finger or any part of the body is inflamed with infection or any inflammation, we can simply make a medicated oil right at home using very easily available ingredients like castor oil, neem leaves, turmeric powder, and aloe vera gel. If the wound is closed wound and it's not open, we can even add the potent garlic in that. And castor oil is specifically known to have the property to penetrate deep into our tissues. So it can take these medicated herbs very deep into the tissues and can remove the infections or reduce the inflammation. So select a high quality castor oil, then allow the oil to come to a boil in a low flame. Once it just begins to boil, then add our fresh neem leaves, turmeric powder, and aloe vera gel. So just stir the mixture slowly, and when we see the ingredients turning slightly brown, then we can switch off the stove. Once it comes to warm condition, we can filter and store it in a glass bottle. Application of this simple medicated oil gives amazing results. You can practically see, this is the finger that my mom had inflammation on. It had become red and started to form pus within. But then once we applied this oil and also application of some grated ginger, it completely healed. You can just notice how the ring finger next to this finger also had undergone this kind of inflammation, pus formation, redness, and the whole nail had come out. My mom was scared whether it will happen the same way to this middle finger as well. But luckily, application of this oil and the wrapping of the finger using grated ginger helped to heal it completely. And also, one of my aunt had a very severe wound. She banged her toe with the door, and all the flesh had come out. So you can see in the picture. So she applied this oil, and within few days, it just like 3 to 5 days, it completely healed. It was really amazing to see the healing process. So it's just a very useful and amazing medicated oil, which we can make using very easily available ingredients at our home. So please try and make use of it. So that was that amazing oil which helped so amazingly. Namaste. So next is at mind level, how to combat this reactive response from our body is we need to accept the person or the situation. We just need to handle it with awareness. Awareness is the key, and accept the person as they are. When the other person reacts, we don't have to immediately react back, overreact. We need to pause and respond. So, and also don't hold on to the past and somebody said something and we keep on thinking about it, right? So, it keeps lingering in our mind and again it causes inflammation. So, just forgive and forget the situation, not for the other person, but for our own self. If we hold on, we only have all those negative thoughts and emotions, and our body is getting troubled there. And so, try to help others in whatever way possible. It doesn't have to be doing very, very big things. Just what you have, any physical help, if somebody needs any physical help or some solving any math problems or at intelligence level. If you are financially sound, you can donate to some genuine organizations. Such things. Even simply comforting with our sweet, pleasant words. If somebody is in pain, that also is so uh, well experienced and accepted by the other person, right? We feel so good if somebody talks some positive words. And also, so just we should not limit ourselves with our limited self, that only I'll do things for myself and my family members, but extend ourselves, increase that space element, expand ourselves, and try to accommodate others within our frame. So that's how we can combat at mind level. Just accept everything and everybody. And so realize when somebody hurts us or anything behaves in an irritating manner, it's because the other person's mental level or mind is not in stable condition. They are annoyed or in pain, some kind of pain, because of which they respond to us like that. And so we should bring out the compassion within us, and then when we respond, that gives a we can handle the situation better way. Then yeah, whatever we spoke and we speak is not just theoretical, it's not just ancient science, but it is now practically shown in the latest researches that high fiber diet reduces inflammation, and so the reduce the radiation induced gut inflammation. So when the cancer patient was treated with radiation therapy, so whatever inflammation had occurred was reduced when high fiber diet was taken. Also, avoiding inflammatory foods can lower heart disease. So foods like diets high in red and processed meat, refined grains, and sugary beverages, which have been associated with increased inflammation in the body, can increase subsequent risk of heart disease and stroke compared to diets filled with anti-inflammatory foods. As and then anti-inflammatory foods are like eating walnuts, which have more omega-3, and other anti-inflammatory foods that reduces the inflammation. Also, at the mind level, poor sleep and stress exacerbate each other among nurses who work night shift. So, all those people who undergo night shifts and work late nights, or even with other reasons, they do parties late nights, undergo this psychological and physical health symptoms, including PTSD, insomnia, and the inflammation in the body. So, solution is don't react, just pause and respond to situations. Try to help yourself like we help ourselves, being calm and peaceful, because our own body, our own cells get affected, right, when we react. So, try to help ourselves, being pleasant, gentle in our responses, and come out of all these differences between us. Not have these negative emotions of jealousy, greediness, anger, and then naturally we'll be healthy, and not just ourselves, but the whole world will be peaceful and happy. So that is the thing. We can end the session with the ending prayer, wishing the health of entire world, a peaceful and healthy life. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukhabhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Please ask questions if you have any. Thank you.
Hi Nilima, I'm Bhavani.
Yes, Bhavani Garu, please tell me.
Yeah, I'm asking one question from the last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You said the water therapy, right? We have to boil the water in the night and you can drink in the morning.
Yeah.
Means with some herbs. So can we drink? Means once we wake up, can we drink the normal warm water? Will that also help
Yes.
if we forgot to do in the night or due to some reason?
Yeah, definitely. Cleansing will happen. Water's nature is cleansing, cleaning only. See, we even to wash our hands, to bathe, everything we use water, right? The same way,
Mm-hmm.
even if we consume normal, regular warm water, it will also do the cleansing. But we are adding
Okay.
herbs for additional benefit of getting the polyphenols from those herbs, because as you know, all the herbs are anti-inflammatory. They have high polyphenols which will help us
Mm-hmm.
to combat this inflammation. Also, they are food for the our good gut bacteria, these polyphenols.
And how much water we have to drink in the morning? Means based on our body, we have to decide, or how do
Yes,
you measure
yes,
the
always
water?
it is based on our body, our capacity, right? If
Okay.
we
Mm-hmm.
have usually in Unify we recommend 1.5 liters because that is the capacity of our stomach to hold, and so the entire
Okay.
system gets flushed, even our blood gets completely cleansed. But then, depending on our capacity, if we have ulcers or a diarrhea condition or even any kidney problems, fatty liver, so in those conditions, we cannot consume immediately. If we consume, diarrhea will happen. Our stomach can't handle that load of water. So, always it is recommended to consume as per your capacity. So even if somebody takes one glass of water, also proper bowel movement can happen. Or some few people won't even require the water because they will take a lot of natural foods which are rich in water, the fruits and all, and lot of
Mm-hmm.
fibers in it. So they won't even require to consume water. Morning as they wake up, they can pass their stool and bowels are cleansed. So it depends on the individual.
Okay. Thank you. And one more thing is the castor oil and gallnuts. Means
Mm-hmm.
we bring the gallnuts like the dry ones, and
Okay.
we store for years. And even the same thing with the castor oil, like
Mm-hmm.
we store like years. So what do you suggest, like bringing them for 1 year, storing only 1 year is good, or we can use like 2 3 years after also?
Yeah, oils will become rancid, right? As they get exposed to the
Mm-hmm.
environment, light and heat, the air, the oils will get spoiled. It becomes rancid. Oxidation will happen. So better to have use fresh oils. And regarding Ayurvedic herbs, also they will have limited period only. Like few herbs can stay for long, but
Mm-hmm.
maximum like 4 to 5 months would be fresh would be more effective for us. They will have the
Okay.
properties, but the efficiency will naturally reduce with time.
Yeah. So you recommend only 4 to 5 months will be good.
Yes, maybe you can store in refrigerator for longer shelf life.
Okay.
The herbs also, I
Thank
think
you.
they'll mention on the packet, right? The expiry date. It will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I
accordingly,
think they
hmm,
sometimes they only provide the manufacture date.
hmm.
So
Yeah,
based on that, we have to.
correct.
Means here we get at least 6 months old
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes.
right.
So
somewhere we need to compromise staying in US. It's not that expired means they will do some harm to us, but the potency of the herb will reduce.
Nilima, question.
Yes, please.
So,
Yeah.
can you please repeat what was the herbs that you have to add into the water? Like I missed last week, so
Yeah,
yeah.
in water therapy, any herbs can be added, and specifically depending on our body condition, we should add. Suppose if my body is very hot, like a fire element is more within me, I'll use gentle spices like cardamom, cinnamon, right, fennel. I'll go with those gentle ones. But if I have a lot of mucus within me, then I might use ginger, turmeric, basil, which are little more stronger and reduce this mucus in me, increase the fire element. So based on our body, we can use any herbs can be used, even fresh leaves like coriander leaves, mint leaves can also be used.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also, how many sessions do we have for these series?
I'm
Do
planning
we
to
know?
have till we can have, if there is
Oh,
interesting
okay.
topic. You all can also just suggest any issues or topics related to gut health, and we can take them. For now, whatever I have in mind, I'm planning to have it regularly
Oh,
every week.
okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure.
And Nilima ji, I have one more question.
Yes, please.
When I wake up in the morning, I have lot of energy. Like I
Hmm.
can do the works fast and everything. So
Yeah.
when the day goes in the evening, before eating, I have energy. But once I eat in the evening,
Hmm.
my energy goes. Means I feel like taking rest.
Right.
In the evening means the energy also.
Correct.
So
So
how to
that,
balance the energy whole day?
uh, yes. So basically, that is the nature of our body. Just like the sun rises and sets in the evening, our body also is more energetic. We have more prana, life force energy in the morning. And as we are drained out with lot of physical work and mental work, with even when we work in the system mentally, a lot of our energy, actually more energy is drained than physical efforts. And end of the day, we get drained off, but we can maintain that health having these foods rich in polyphenols and more energy, which have more life force energy. It's like charging ourselves, like charging the battery of cell phone. We need to charge with all the five elements using water, sufficient water, good foods, exercise, breathing. So breathing, when we take, it's that prana, life force energy comes. When we relax, take off all the stress, all that drain that we underwent throughout the day, all that strain can be completely avoided by relaxing ourselves. So it's like charging. We are 100% charged and we can maintain that energy throughout the day. Just putting these five elements correctly is the key.
I have one question for you, Nilima ji.
Mhm. Yes, please.
So we make boil water with these herbs, and we have it that day. My husband fills it up in water bottle. Can we drink it the following day also from the same bottle? Sometimes I say don't do it. Always have fresh, but I don't know. Does it stay good? The herb, if I make it today, tomorrow
Mm.
drinking it from the same bottle with the same herb in it, is it okay?
Like throughout the day?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, throughout the day may not be that good. Morning we can drink, but as we keep, maybe it will become like cooked old food, right? It will be very long.
You boil it in the night with the herb. Do
Mm.
you like wait for the? Sorry, I didn't attend the last week's session. Do you wait for the water to reduce? Do you make a kashayam
No,
kind of
no,
thing? No,
no, it is
you
not
just
the kashayam. It is
okay.
just flavoring the water.
Okay.
Just to for it to be more palatable and also to get these benefits of polyphenols and good bacteria. It
And
becomes
you filter out the herbs.
yeah, we
Sorry,
filter and drink that water.
and drink it the following day fully.
Not fully full day, only in the morning as water therapy we use.
Okay.
Not
Only for water.
If you want to consume during the day, again you can boil fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, as if your body needs those herbs, you can take it like a fresh decoction in between like 11 o'clock, 4 p.m., but not use the same water throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
I have one more question. Do you
Yes.
have any recommendation for cleansing in young children? It is very difficult to make them take castor oil or even Triphala. They complain, saying it's very bitter. Any other way, any recommendation, any tips on how to make this work for them?
Yeah, castor oil we recommend from very young kids, right? From 3 months itself we put. But if it is difficult for kids, putting orange juice, lemon juice along with it is one option. And then if that is also not working, then we should go for herbs like gallnut cleansing we have, Triphala gallnut. If that is also difficult, then raisins, we have
Ah,
normal sweet raisins, right? Soak in water, around 30
mm,
of them. Night itself you soak, morning we can boil and drink. Or just like that also drink along with water, it will give that cleansing effect.
okay. Just the water, drinking that water also gives the effect, and she can eat with
Water
the.
and along with the raisins, the fibers will
Okay.
have, right?
Okay.
Fibers,
Okay.
yeah. Or if you can drink, like kids are able to drink milk, they can have milk along with little ghee, a teaspoon of ghee. That also brings good bowel movements, cleanses.
Well, that's good to know. And that's in the early in the morning, is it? Milk with
Yeah.
ghee?
No, night
Okay.
we should drink and morning it will evacuate well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
sure.
so much.
But best is castor oil only. Somehow you should try to make kids do.
Right, right. Yeah, sometimes they spit, so we don't know how much went in, how much didn't go.
Because castor
Well,
oil is that fat soluble toxins are removed, right? We have two
right.
different kinds of toxins which are soluble in water and soluble in fat. So
Okay.
all the toxins in our body are cleansed with water. Whatever soluble ones get cleansed. But then the fat soluble toxins have to be removed through these fats only. So that's the reason, like even if we take milk and ghee, it has the fat and so the cleansing happens. So fats are very important for us.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank
Welcome.
So how do you consume castor oil? Just a spoon, or you boil it with water and consume the water?
And there is a process which I had shown in detail a video in the last session. You can go through that. Otherwise, it's like we need to consume depending on our body again. Early morning, as we wake up around 6 o'clock itself, we should consume the oil along with, we can drink plain also. If we are not able to consume directly, we can consume along with orange juice or lemon juice. It like because of the sourness, we can consume it easily. So that's the process. Once we consume, after 20 minutes, we continuously take a glass of hot water. Just like coffee, we sip that hot water with intervals of 20 minutes. And that cleanses the whole system. So it's like
That you do.
works like soap.
Okay, but how often do you just do once a week or?
Yeah, initially it is recommended doing alternate weeks for 2 months. So if we do
Okay,
today, after 2 weeks we will do. But there is also another method of cleansing we recommend is gallnut cleansing. That is using haritaki, the karakkai we say in Telugu. It is gallnut. So using that also we make decoction of it and that's also a process. So alternately we do castor oil once and then gallnut the other alternate time. So once in 15 days, alternate method of cleansing for 2 months continuously. And once our system is gut is set, we just do once in 2 months or 3 months.
okay. So do you mind sharing the links or videos, the slides from last time?
Sure.
So we can, thank you.
I'm not sure it is here, but I will post the link in the under the video in YouTube channel. or
Okay, so your YouTube. Okay, I don't know about the channel, but it is
it is Natural
just
Neelima YouTube channel.
okay.
I'll put all the
Okay.
links for the videos, and also the last session is available. The recording is available there. You can go
Oh,
through.
I see.
Yeah,
Sure.
the first session
Thank
of,
you.
yeah, it is there.
So the channel name is Natural Nilima.
Yes, yes,
Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll
sure.
look it up.
Yes. I'll post the link. I'll just put the natural.
So turmeric, ginger, all of these are high, rich in polyphenols, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So many other herbs we have in basil.
I soak figs at night and drink that water
Yeah,
in the morning. And
very good. It also has that cleansing effect because of the fibers present. It is very good to clean our system, and also they have its own benefits. The dry fruits, right? It helps in constipation and issues. Just like raisins, it work.
yes, that's right.
Right,
It is just not sure if they have pesticides, so I
correct,
just wash them.
right. Yes. Pesticides and also preservatives they add to keep it, because these are very sweet, right? They're very prone to fungal infections. So even preservatives are added while drying process. So when we buy these dry fruits, especially, we should take care to check whether any preservatives are there added.
And Nilimaji, for the castor oil, can we use the cold pressed? I think I remember you told us not to use the cold
Yeah,
press one, right?
right. Because castor oil has a chemical resin which is inflammation causing. So using the heat processed method of castor oil, which is available in Kapila Nalam, it is very good. It is made using traditional method by first roasting the beans, and then the beans are extracted. The oil is extracted.
So where we can find that the
It is the website Kapilanalam, kapilanalam.com. I'll put in the chat. All
I
other
have,
herbs, right? Yes.
sorry, I have castor oil from Whole Foods,
Mm-hmm.
but it does not say if, anything other than castor oil for skin and hair care.
Yes,
And
mostly the oil, castor oil we get in the market is to be applied externally, locally, because it's not heat processed. So the resin chemical will irritate our intestines. It
okay,
has
so
that.
not to use this one
Yeah,
for
castor oil
the.
alone, it is the cold pressed and the regular ones are not very good.
I see. Okay,
If they
so
are,
from mm,
yes, please, please
no,
go.
so sure the Kapila Nalan, from there we would get the right castor oil.
Yes, and that castor oil has been extracted using very traditional method. So it is very soothing for our intestines when we consume.
Yeah, okay, thank you for sharing because I even bought one which said cold pressed, but it's not recommended.
Yes, but other oils,
Okay.
wood pressed and cold pressed, are very good. It's just this castor oil which is not good.
so they means they do the transport for here too.
Mm, I think for now the transportation is not there. It's only in India, but they are planning
Uh-huh.
to have. So if any of your friends are visiting India or coming from India, then we should
Mm-hmm.
get it. Or when we go, we always get like that. For now,
Oh.
directly, yeah, distribution is not here in US.
Okay.
Mm.
So in Amazon, I see lot of castor oil
Right.
products. So we
Mm.
can't use those also. Like,
Not very good option for us. For local application is okay, but not take internally.
internally.
It can irritate our
Okay.
intestines. Yeah.
Okay. So if we order there in India, they will distribute for any place in India.
Yes. Throughout India, we
Oh,
can.
India. Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
Sure. Okay.
Will your next sessions be on gut health, like probiotics, prebiotics?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, gut health. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Already, just will let you know that we had last month complete workshop and gut health course. If you are interested, there are recordings available on the website.
Sure, I will check out. Thank you.
I'll just show 1 minute. So it was this unified gut health course where we underwent very into deeper concepts of 5 elements pattern, going till consciousness level, how we are, what we are, and what causes the imbalance, our food, lifestyle, role of mind, the all the different issues that we undergo. Indigestion, constipation, acidity, stomach ulcers, what is the difference between irritable bowel syndrome and inflammatory bowel disease, fermented products, and there was workshop on prebiotics, probiotics, and symbiotics. So it's there in our website. It is shaktifoundation.org. There also you can register. The recordings are available now. It is shaktifoundation.org.
Thank you for sharing.
Sure. Is the website. And many other courses are also conducted from Unify Shakti Foundation, like pregnancy courses, pre-pregnancy, and how to follow after the pregnancy, post-pregnancy. Then education classes are also conducted. So all those programs you can find in the programs option, courses on the website. If anybody is interested, I think we can end the session here. If no more questions, thank you all very much. Thanks for joining and your patience listening. Thank you.